Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, my YouTube channel, and my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking news about Bethesda. I made this video after watching the Quarterings video on Doom and what's happened with Wolfenstein, the Youngblood failing. I really enjoyed the Quarterings video on it and decided to make one with my own comments. Bethesda, in all their wisdom, has decided to basically put a login requirement for Doom, the original Doom games from the 90s. Now, if you want to play this game now, you have to get an account at Bethesda and log in. This is something that was never part of the original games. And I guess they went to the trouble of actually making it look like it should be part of the game, because at least it looks like it's from the 90s. Well, why do that? Why not just plaster in graphics from now over a 90s game? I mean, it seems you don't care about the goodwill you were getting for finally releasing the original Doom games, allowing people to download them to their computers and all that. All in all, so that you can stop piracy, even though the original Doom game has basically been pirated and altered and used for every kind of Doom clone imaginable. You're not going to stop it like this. All you're doing is putting an unnecessary step on people who want to be able to play this game and don't want to have you know their usernames, and who just want to play your game. But no. In an effort to stop piracy, you've chucked this onto the game. So instead of them having to, blow away demons with a shotgun and having a generally good time that was from the 90s, a decade that didn't really have all that much going for it if you read comic books, apparently. That's a joke when call out the Rageaholic. But all I can say is you're putting unnecessary steps in ruining a good game. Okay, maybe not ruining might be a little strong, but Bethesda, don't do this. And not only this, there's also the fact that you apparently have been pulling Doom and the Doom sequels away from other game retailers. Online game retailers. So when you finally released it, no one could basically, as I understand it, buy it from anywhere else and any other version of it but from you, so that you basically cornered the market. And that you made sure they had to log in to Bethesda in order to play the game. I mean, if we're going to go through this trouble to stop pirates, and you know full well this is not going to stop them, do you have an evil plan or something? Because whenever I hear someone wanting to collect usernames, I always feel like it's part of some sort of supervillain plot in order to go around screwing those people over. Are you just cackling in your boardroom with cigarette smoke saying, we got them now? And this being your loyal fans and customers? I mean, I can't really think anything else but you have some terrible evil plan you want to concoct. And you're not going to stop the pirates. In fact, this might encourage them to become even more piratry. In fact, they might come up to you and invade your boardroom with a bunch of cutlasses. Or we can just hope that you yourselves will be drawn and dragged into hell, because we really don't want you knowing anything more about us. We're your customers. Whenever you say for something like, say, give us your username and log in to our account, we start getting kind of squeamish, because we don't want to know you or get anywhere closer to you than being the guys we buy our game from. Honestly, this made me squeamish. I hate it when I hear a company wanting more control or wanting to know everything about you, or at least more about you. It generally makes me uncomfortable. So I generally jump to the conclusion that this might be part of some evil plot. Like the guy from Facebook Now he's selling our own user data to other countries. It made me fear that. Now Bethesda continues with their destruction with their new game, Wolfenstein, the Youngblood, failing. The star of the last game, who is apparently like a general in this movie, well, you can look how sad he is at this. Because apparently in this game, he's been replaced by two feminist women who preach the values of feminism in their ripped-off Iron Man armors. An armor that was basically showcased in the last game, where this guy was actually the star. A game I kind of didn't like because I find it really bad. I only rented it and I'm glad about that. All of this is coming off of the fact that Bethesda, the last 5 games they've had have all failed. And it really shows that they're willing to push the feminism and SJW card just so they can get their fans back, even though that's pretty much what's pushing all of their fans away. Apparently these two women are the new stars of Wolfenstein, and I guess they're lesbians. They look like lesbians. Okay, maybe not. I don't see any tattoos. Or is that a tattoo over that blonde woman's eye? All in all, on top of the Bethesda pushing this angle, they also have loot boxes, as well as, honestly, if you're playing the PC version, which is better, because it's only better in the fact that you can't buy things from the Bethesda that'll make you, well, better at the game, and allowing you to cheat your way through the entire campaign. This is what the console players are now, well, yelling and screaming about. The PC players, though, are just testing the loot boxes, which is also a problem on the consoles, but also the fact that the story is apparently weak, the enemies are bullet sponges, and apparently the main hero of the last 2 games is reduced to basically, well, since he's in the background and these 2 women have taken his place, I'm assuming he's just somewhere taking a pee. Bethesda, you're not smart. You're making games, but you're pushing these SJW angles and generally driving your fans away. Loot boxes and, well, generally playing, what's the word I'm looking for? Bowing down to the SJWs and trying to get their favor. No one is going to stick around and play your game. You've lost the fans because your game on Steam is basically half of the reviews for Wolfenstein, the Youngblood, are basically that it's bad. And I don't put past Bethesda to have erased a great many of the reviews, or at least put pressure on Steam to do so. There are people who enjoy it, apparently, but I distrust it. They might be shells or plants. I generally trust the fact that it's getting so many bad reviews, but I don't put it past Bethesda to try and game the system so it makes it look better. All in all, Bethesda, you are not going to get your way on this. Your game has failed. You should not keep going with this angle. You are killing your business. I bet everyone at Bethesda is going nuts and losing their minds over what's happening. Mainly because they're probably frightened that their fans are going to start tearing into them like Doom Guy on when he has a, well, all-you-can-eat buffet at Demon McDonald's on Tuesday. I mean, they're probably running around with their heads cut off, screaming, because they're probably looking at their unemployment very soon. Now, if you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to me on YouTube at Read Comics, They're Bad For You, and go over to BitChute and subscribe to me at Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And remember, keep checking back in future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.